What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Jackson. I was gonna film this video last night, but I made the very last minute decision to go to AEW with my friend. By last minute, the show started at 8. We decided to go at 5. We bought tickets and all that. It was a great time, but we were out late, so I didn't film the video. So now you're getting it now. Power's here, and today I am finally doing my 2023 season Indianapolis Colts record prediction. Now, as you guys can kind of see in the background, I got the Chiefs and Lions on right now. I'm watching it. So it kind of dawned on me that I still needed to film this video. And hopefully it's out while this game is still happening. So yeah, basically I'm just going to go through and predict all the games one by one, and at the end, you'll guys see if I'm crazy or not. You're probably going to think I'm crazy, but that's besides the point. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, starting off with Week 1, which is this Sunday against the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is going to be a very interesting game. The Colts have not won a Week 1 game since 2013. The losing streak technically ended last year because we tied with the Texans. And after that moment, I kind of knew the season was doomed, but it was still very optimistic. And this year, it's going to be interesting playing Jacksonville, the team that's favored to win the division right now. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Indianapolis Colts to win. I don't know why. I just have a gut feeling that we're going to win this game. And my reasoning behind it is because Week 1 is the biggest fraud in all of the season. Teams that aren't supposed to win find a way to win, and plus we always beat Jacksonville at home. I don't understand it. Like, there's every once in a while they'll get us, but most of the time we beat Jacksonville at home, and they usually beat us when they're at home. So it's gonna be very interesting. But yeah, I'm taking the Colts to win. I just got a gut feeling we're gonna win this game and the Week 1 streak and start the season off 1-0 in front of our home fans. Now, moving on to Week 2, we play the Houston Texans. The Texans are in a very similar spot that we're in. They've got a rookie quarterback, new head coach, very young team. We're going to Houston to play them, and I don't know why. I just have a feeling that we're going to win this game too. I feel like we're a better team all around than the Texans. And I don't know. I think Richardson's better than Stroud. After what I saw in the preseason. Like, I know I was on the Stroud to Indy train, but it's really starting to look like Richardson might be the guy that is better than Stroud, so we'll see. But I do have the Colts starting the season 2-0. But going into Week 3, I do have us taking our first loss because we do play against the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore, and I think they beat us because they're going to have Lamar Jackson. I think that they're going to have a very strong start to the season, and with that being said, I think that they're going to beat us and keep the train rolling for them. But in Week 4, we return home to play against the LA Rams. And the Rams, I do not think the Rams are going to be a good team this year. I mean, yeah, they got Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald, but outside of that, they do not have a threat. Like, if you take those two players off that team, they're contending for the first overall pick. They might be contending for the first overall pick anyway. And with that being said, I do have the Colts winning that one to improve our record to 3-1. And next week will be Week 5 against Tennessee at home. I do have us winning that game as well. I know that we've lost to Tennessee 5 straight times, but I don't know. I just have it's just different. I don't know why. I just have a feeling we're going to win this game. And we're overdue for a win against Tennessee, and I think if we do get it, it's going to be at home. So I am going to go ahead and take us to win against the Titans. But moving into Week 6, we go to Jacksonville to play against the Jaguars, and I think we lose that one. That's just how it rolls. We always lose to Jacksonville in Jacksonville, like I explained at the beginning of the video. And plus, by this point, Jacksonville is going to have their team figured out, and they're probably going to start going on a run here soon in my prediction. So I do have them beating us in Week 6 to improve their record, and then we fall to 2 losses on the season. And the next week, we play the Browns at home. I have us losing this one as well. I don't know why. I just think that the Browns, they're going to be better than they were last year, and I feel like this is a game that we're just going to lose. I think the Browns, they got more weapons. They're a little better than us, and I think that the Browns get it done against us. But then the next week we play at home again against the Saints, and once again I have us losing. I think the Saints are going to be a very decent team this year. I think that they're going to win their division. I think that they're going to get things done, and I think they have a winning record, but I do think they beat us because the Saints just always find a way to beat us somehow. I don't get it, but yeah, the Saints with Derek Carr I think are going to be a decent team, good playoff team, winning their division, and yeah, I have them beating us in Week 8. And in Week 9, I have us falling again for the 4th straight week to the Carolina Panthers. I think that the Panthers are going to be a decent team. They're going to find ways to get wins, and the fact it's in Carolina is why I picked the Panthers to win. But if it was at home, I would have us winning. But I think that Bryce Young, he's going to have a decent season, and I think that the Panthers are just going to be able to beat us. But Week 10, we go to Germany against the Patriots, and we finally get back on track with a victory against the Patriots and a much-needed win that gives us a lot of momentum going into the bye week. And Week 11 is our bye, so we go to Week 12. We return home to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I do not think the Buccaneers are going to be a good team, so I do have us winning this one by probably a pretty comfortable margin. Week 13, we go to Tennessee to play the Titans. I think they get us back from beating them early in the season. I think they beat us in Week 13, and I think the Titans might try to make a late season push, so we'll see, but I do have them beating us. And then Week 14, we go to play the Cincinnati Bengals, which is a game I'll actually be at because my friend Decimator13 and my other friend Mikey were going to see the game. Decimator13 is a big Bengals fan, as you guys know, so we're going to go see that game. We'll be there. But I do have the Bengals beating us because it'll be December. It'll be in Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati's a better team than us. They're going to be making a push for the playoffs and probably their division too. So I do have the Bengals beating us, but I think it's going to be closer than people think. Then Week 15, we return home to play the Steelers, and call me crazy, but I think we beat the Steelers. We're overdue for a win against the Steelers. It's our time. I think that we beat the Steelers and we get back on track. Then the next week we go to Atlanta to play the Falcons. I have us winning this one too. I think the Falcons, they might be decent, but I don't see them. I just don't know. I think that we're going to be better than the Falcons, so I do have us beating the Falcons. Week 17, we return home to play the Raiders. I have us winning that one as well because I do not think the Raiders are going to be a good team this year. I think that Devontae Adams might have a nice season, but the Raiders are going to Raider, and they're just not going to be that great, so I think we'd beat them. And then finally, in Week 18, we play the Houston Texans at home, and I think we beat them because I think the way my prediction is shaped out, this is a game we're going to need to win, and yeah, we get the win against the Texans, and that brings my final record prediction to 10-7. Now, some of you guys might call me crazy for that. 10-7. I thought I was crazy for thinking that. But the more and more I look at this schedule, there is a lot of games we can win on this schedule. We play a very weak schedule. There's a lot of teams on this schedule we can beat. And like as for the analytics, I have us going 8-2 against teams with losing records and 2-5 against teams with winning records and 1-3 against playoff teams. Like we're not gonna be great by any means, but I do have us going 10-7, and the way that my predictions fell, I do have us sneaking into the playoffs as the 7 seed, but we get annihilated in round 1 by the Kansas City Chiefs because that's just how that would work. And yeah, I think Anthony Richardson has a great season, wins Rookie of the Year, has some ups, has some downs, but is able to play consistent enough to wins Rookie of the Year, and I think the Colts only go up from here. And yeah, you might call me crazy. I might be a little biased towards this, but I think that this is a team that can win 10 games. Like, I'm not saying Super Bowl. I'm saying 7 seed of the playoffs. Like, I think that this is our ceiling, too, is what I think we're doing, because I think that we're going to be better than people think, but we're not going to be a great team. I think we're going to be the team that everyone thinks is going to be bad, but is going to sneak into the playoffs. And am I crazy for thinking that? Probably. Do I care? No, not at all. Am I getting my hopes up? Yes. But I just think that the Colts are going to surprise a lot of people and are going to have a pretty good season, especially with the late stretch, I have us winning the last 3 games to sneak into the playoffs. I think by that time, the team's going to be really gelled together, and Richardson's going to be playing his best. And yeah, so with that being said, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys liked it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications, and for everything in the description box. And let me know what you think your team is going to do and how you think the Colts are going to do. And if I'm crazy, let me know about it. So, yeah. See you guys next time. Bye.